So, I mean, you did 205 Live. You were getting a solid push. You pop up on NXT, and you got the Cameron Grimes segment. That's some of my favorite stuff on NXT TV is Cameron Grimes of the
He's a
last.
killer, man. Love it.
He's unreal. He's unreal.
Yeah, he's great.
Can you tell me how that came together, kind of how you were told, and maybe who gave you direction with that skit?
So, oddly enough, like when I got put in the position to do it, I was like, kind of just like, what? Because I was going to say this very heelish thing about DiBiase. And I was just like, which was funny which they cut this on air. But we were doing the thing. I'm going to say, oh, he had to go deal with old man DiBiase in the old folks home or whatever, right? Whatever I was saying. And he's going to like bit me. Oh, I go down. And then as I'm like realizing I got hit, I'm like, what'd I say? And they cut that part off air because that was my only redemption to take it less from I'm a heel and instead I'm just kind of like this affable nitwit that said something that he didn't realize was like too soon, right?
Yeah.
I was just making a joke, right? So it was my way of making light out of it, and then they cut it, which makes sense, like because the direction they wanted to go. And then but originally that spot was meant for Arya Daivari. Arya Daivari got cut like days before that. I was put on, so I was taking the spot. They obviously wanted pretty much an established heel to put over the newly turned babyface Grimes. I was not an established heel. I'd been working 6-8 weeks on 205 as just smiley babyface. So I was trying to like do some sort of segue, whatever. And then I was like, oh man, here goes that squash, doing the business. And fortunately, I went in that day, and Steve Corino was producing, and he was like, look, I want you to hit this, and I was like, awesome, great, I'll do that. And then for the segment, I think we had 6 minutes or something, or 7 minutes, and that includes their promos at the end and stuff. And then that got cut down to 6 or something like that. I know we lost a minute, and I was like, hey, Grimes, like, what do you want to cut? And he's like, nothing, let's just run it. And so we just ran the whole thing in 3 minutes and 47 or 2 minutes and 47 seconds or something like that. It's crazy because a lot of people that were watching were like, oh, it didn't feel that short.
Yeah.
Just because we were just moving the whole time. But.
And then from there, you work Kushida, who I think is one of the greatest workers on the planet, maybe ever.
I'm so thankful that I got to do that. Like, that's awesome. Like, and what a way to go out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna go out, you're going out against one
Right.
of the best in-ring
Right.
performers of all time, I think.
Absolutely.
Kushida.
Absolutely.
And you had a couple. I mean, you had a match with Jake Atlas that was really good on 205 Live. You had that. Gosh, it felt like as I watched the Grayson Waller match, I was like, my God, it was like 15, 20 minutes long. It was
crazy. We I'm trying to that day, me and Grayson Waller put together a match, yada yada yada. We're about to go out. Ref who's about to go out with us is like, hey, like, I'm getting word now you all might have an extra minute. I'll let you know when you're out there. I'm like, okay,
boy.
cool. I say at the time the segment was supposed to be 13, 14 minutes. I can't remember what it was. It's like 13 or 14. I say, hey, Grayson.
Is that with entrances?
Yeah, with entrances. That's with entrances. That's with like the back end of like replays, and you're in the ring, celebratory, whatever. It's like, that's everything, like curtain to curtain. And so I'm like, hey, like, take your time in the entrance in case we got that extra minute. We cut 15, 30 seconds out of it, right?
Yeah.
And that way we don't just have to, I don't know, fill it with nonsense, right? We can just do what we intended to do. We go out, we take our time on the entrance. We've done 2 entrances, about a minute 15 apiece. We should be 2.5 in. We're circling around. We lock up, do some sort of like pushback type of thing, and the ref goes, "You've got 14." And I'm like, "What?" Okay. We get going. We run the whole spot. Boom. I'm dead. I'm gassed. You've got 14. I was like, whoa, your watch is broken, brother. You're killing me here. And we ended up doing like 18 or better for the whole segment.
Oh,